Okay, so we're... Oh! Man, the follower did die. Okay. Well, I'll try to include this in this episode. Yeah. That is sad. We're back to our 14 people. Okay. Yeah. Dang. Isabella went, I'm guessing. No! Isabella! You're still going good. You're 81 years old, girl. But we do have a lot of unhappiness, I think, from that and from the working hard. So we're going to cancel that. So I don't know, then, when they normally kick the bucket. Yeah. You missed a little bit of nothing after I turned off the previous episode and started recording again. That was the first pop-up. So yeah. I will try to cut the boring stuff unless people are liking this. Because this is a challenge that is more of an endurance challenge than a cool build certain things. This is more of a mind workout of how do I try to ensure that some stuff goes to this thing with as few producers as possible. So this also begs the question, how many people are going to work? For how long? Because clearly, you still need some people born. Because people are starting to kick the bucket. A baby was born. Okay, well, that happened. And we do have hands off still. So, maybe the population remains stable at this point. I think Isabella might be the oldest. 74. Doesn't wear underwear and feels no shame. Okay. That's a thing. So I don't know if we can time this perfectly or not. We've got 5 women, 10 men. That's still, once again, not a great population ratio. I wonder if we're just getting this because of the challenge of this episode, which is to, make sure you keep your population low. So maybe they artificially make it so that fewer women are born. I do not know. We lost another one. Who was it? It'd be nice if they actually told you. Was it? Oh, Isabella! I'm still going. Maybe the dudes are dying young. Actor's still there. My guess would be around 100 years old, but I don't know. We're keeping an eye on Isabella. So that's what this episode will be, I guess. Unless I cut to the end. I'm just going to follow Isabella. Learn some science. But yeah, this is a peaceful game when you're just trying to not think too much and just coast around. Oh, Isabella. We lost her. Okay, so let's turn off hands off. Because our population is aging out now. Which is apparently what happens to most developed countries at some point, and why immigration is important. Yeah. Yeah, we're losing people producing food. So, we got 2 farmers now. Let's get somebody off the windmill and on to the forager hut. And then, I may want another farmer over here, if we can. Kid grew into an adult. Okay. Apparently we already had a position that needed to be filled. But where, though? Also, I should destroy this. Yeah. What did I mark for destruction? Other than that. That's what I thought I marked. The lumberjack space was destroyed, okay. That's good. I don't know what else they're going to try to destroy, so yeah. We're about a third of the way there in both Days and in Wicker Man. So we do need to keep this going. Okay. Got another baby. Okay. We only need 2 builders. Got the 1 farmer here, 2 over here. But yeah, it's kind of hard to make sure everything's getting done. We're going to try to make people work harder again since we have enough happiness. I'm not going to destroy the sawmill outright yet. Got 2 people in the windmill. Okay, we have quite a bit of flour. Not necessarily enough bread. So we're going to flip them. And there we go. See if that's enough. We'll find out. And I will try to cut here for a bit. Okay, so jumping back in for a little bit. I did start decreeing people need to help the population grow, shall we say, since we are down to 2 women and 12 dudes. I think what you want to do is actually overshoot the 14 population, and then once you get close to the end, you want to have them all start dying off, which is probably going to take around 80 days or so. So... oh great, we have another dude. Welp! Gonna have to cancel working harder. Okay. On the bright side, food seems to be holding pretty well. And we are continuing to keep the Wicker Bread Man going. So I'll cut again. Okay, so I'm rebooting it from here to kind of just discuss what I've been doing. I've actually stopped using this farm. I've tried to convert a couple people over here. We've had quite a few people die, so we're actually at the perfect number. I don't know... keep the population under 14. I don't know if we can reach that. We do still have hands off. I'm going to redeclare it. And then we have basically a couple people at the bakery, a couple people at the windmill. Now that we're close to the end, I've put all the builders there. I've debated building another bakery, but really we're so close it doesn't matter. The idea is just as soon as we've made bread, push people to take it to the Wicker Bread Man. We got 1 forager on each of these, and so far that's been good for our 14 people, as well as whatever bread that they snatch before we snatch it. And yeah, this seems to be maintaining right now. And so what we might do is after we get the Wicker Bread Man, we pause until another person dies, and then we will, you know, allow it to be built. Might be. But to keep the population under 14, I wonder if we had to do that the whole time to reach it, so it might be moot anyway. Looks like it is moot, because I think there used to be a little yellow bar underneath it. Well, we'll see. Anyway, we're missing somebody working. We got that guy at that... let's add somebody over here. Oop. But yeah, as people die, you have to cycle through and figure out, oh, where'd they die from? So, that's a little bit annoying, but, yeah. And do we have enough for another bakery to be built? No, you need 8 rock. So the guy at the quarry is still technically working, in case we want to do that. He's not going to be doing much else anyway. Everything else is pretty much full that we need to produce the bread, other than the windmill. Which we don't need to worry about the windmill, since we have plenty of flour built up. It's not the limiting factor, it's the bakery. So, yeah. That's why I've only got 1 guy at the windmill currently. So, in other words, I would suggest having the 2 foragers' huts. Maybe don't get rid of this forest over here. Building the farm here, once you cleared enough space here, this is actually fine and keeps everybody closer. But this farm was very effective. I mean, look at this stock. We still have plenty of wheat. So, Yeah. The farm doesn't become the limiting factor as much as the windmill and the bakery. Oh yeah, I'm going to declare people stop working harder. But it looks like most of the villagers started dying around 88 or so. Followers unemployed. I could push in there. Let's see. Got that. Don't need him there. We'll add him to the forger's hut for now. Probably one of the kids grew up. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is when you're ping-ponging with the population, you'll constantly get workers losing positions, and then you're like, oh, you get a new one. And you're like, yeah. But oh well. The easiest way, I think, to check for age is to go into each house and just check each person. So yeah, I think most of our elderly are gone now. Got a 64-year-old, so I'm probably around 20 years, 69, for 20 days. I'm gonna lose a couple people, most likely. I think 86 was the last confirmed day I checked for somebody. Or 88. Can't remember. I was following Isabella around for a while to see what would happen. But yeah, I think to work harder, once you're in the 80s, you want to pretty consistently have that turned on as well. It does seem to help quite a bit. And we're about to finish this ritual. So, the question is, do we try to wait out 20 more days to reach that optional thing or not? Well, I need 2 more breads. But yeah, I'm not going to turn on the work harder until you hit the 80s because it's too easy to forget it's on, in my opinion. And then you just lose happiness. And putting this much work in, don't want to lose it. So, we shall see. Yeah. Let's take the guy off the quarry. I don't think we need it any longer. Look. So now you go work at the farm or something. You know. Actually, go work here. Not the farm. Oop. Okay. So we do have all the bread and all of the lumber. So what we can do is basically just pause it till we go underneath the limit, is my current thought. I don't know if that will work or not. I have a feeling it will not. Ooh. That's cool. Well, let's watch them for a little bit. Let's pause to check. Yeah, and they will continue working a little bit. So we'll just do that. We will take a couple dudes off, put them on foraging, and foraging. Then we'll try to build another bakery, because we can for our people now, and we have plenty of wheat. Let's build it about here. I think we've got all the stuff we need. Yeah, we do. Okay, so our builders can work on that. And then just try to see what else we can do. Thankfully, that bread didn't go bad, because it's been sitting there for days and weeks and months. So that's kind of insane. I'll prioritize you. Okay. Produces organic bread from wheat. Yum. It's a good idea. Got the 2 builders. Got the 1 guy at the windmill. Yeah. This should be fine. After this, we're basically trying to see if 1 person will die, so then we can see if we reach that optional quest or not. But yeah, I may cut part of this out. Okay, we had somebody basically kick the bucket, I guess. We'll prioritize this. And yeah, I think we've already lost that quest. So basically you have another 90 days from here to finish. So I think it is possible to keep the population low, have them age out. Honestly, I don't even think it matters how many men versus women there are. I think it just works out. I think it has a limit on how many women are currently alive, basically. Like at the lowest end. I've never seen it go below 2. So, yeah. I don't know. But it may not even matter. We might just clone people in order to increase the population. Okay, we've got that too. This is almost done. Let's pull people off of foraging. Put them back into building. No, we don't need the farm. Go ahead back into building. We'll see how things go. Yeah, it looks like they aren't working on that. Fascinating. Yeah, we could do the work harder thing, but really we don't even need it. It'll be fun to watch this thing grow. It's like a bread leg. The seas are smashing against the shore. The cliffs look deep into the darkness. And we've got this thing. Looks like a tree skeleton. With bread legs. Yep. That is what every civilization needs. To show that it is truly a great force for good. Bread legs. It shows that we can stand upon our beliefs. That Jebediah has been a good mayor. Longer than anybody else has been alive. Literally. We can decree to work harder, why not? We're pretty close to the end. People should be happy to work harder for our wicker bread man legs. Yep. You've got to be supporting something. Because if you ain't supporting something, you ain't standing on anything either. Because, yeah, you kind of need to stand on something to have the support, and support will help people stand on something. Anyway, moving away from dumb philosophy. And by dumb philosophy, I just mean me running my mouth off while watching this fantastic piece of art be built upon the cliffs of civilization. So it looks like it'll take about 300 hours of work. That's interesting. Since you get how many per day? Probably 8 to 12 per person per day. I should try to watch, since we also have that work harder thing going on. It's going to be thrown off a little bit. But my guess would be 8 per worker. So 32 should leave us at about 120 at the end of this. So they will probably finish it today, if I'm right about that 300-hour mark. But if not, that's okay. Oh well. We'll find out, one way or another, which one is accurate. So we're at 215. And now they're at 288 with 4 people. So 288 minus 215. Or 88 minus 15. That's going to be about 73. Divide that by 4 is actually more than 15, right? Okay, followers unemployed. Somebody grew up to an adult. You know what? This farm is lonely. Go work there. It would be a good place to be. So yeah. Okay. Oh, and we actually accomplished our optional quest. Yes. So yeah, I would say overshoot it, and then try to cut back until you have people start going underneath the limit by dying. And then, yeah, you've got it. Awesome. Okay, so that was a longer level for sure. I think that took over an hour. So just so you know, level 4, not a joke. So thanks for watching, dear viewer. Leave a like if you enjoyed Outlanders on Apple Arcade. And have a great day.